Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the rain is bringing sweet relief to fire crews battling raging wildfires in Nova Scotia. Plus, we'll head to sea with a lobsterman to talk about the challenges he faces to stay in business. And the dreary weather couldn't stop a big celebration from happening along the Brewer River Walk over the weekend. We'll take a look back at that celebration as well. Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on Good Morning Maine. Emma Smith has the day off. We begin with a check of the weather. And what can we say? It's just going to be another soggy day ahead of us. In fact, it looks like the whole week's going to be pretty dreary with the rain continuing to fall down. Let's check in with Devin Biggs for a look at today's forecast.
Hey, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, let's get things rolling out here this morning. Small craft advisories are posted along the coast until 8 a.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. So we have all upstate to go through yet. Active surf courtesy of this area low pressure that continues to sit and spin. This whole week, for this matter, is going to be rather dreary out there, with chances for rain that will be moving through. There will be breaks as well, so it will not rain constantly all week long. There will be some breaks, but we do have this developing this morning, tracking from the east, going toward the west, and a little bit from the south to the north as well. Let's zoom things out right now. Here's the area low pressure right here that just continues to sit and spin with an area with a cold front further down to the south. So again, we're going to be dealing with this as the week progresses on, with some decent rainfall throughout the week too. Here's a few breaks I'll be developing later today, but more rain on the way later on tonight and parts of tomorrow. So this will be coming in the form of waves over the next several days this week. And we will have a little bit of wind on the way as well. Some sustained winds that can reach up around 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. And notice we'll keep that going and maybe increase it a bit, especially as we head towards your Tuesday. So your forecast for today, mid-50 scattered showers and breezy out there. North wind at its worst could get up to around 30 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, we have rain on the way. Temperatures only in the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
Thank you very much, Devin. We'll see you then. Well, one man is dead after his car crashed into a tree in Kittery last night. Police say it happened on Dennett Road a little before 7 o'clock. They discovered a car had gone off the road and struck a tree, and the male driver was found dead at the scene. Police aren't sure what caused the driver to lose control, possibly a medical issue. That crash remains under investigation. Well, the rain has brought some much-needed relief to crews battling wildfires in Nova Scotia. The province is reeling from its worst-ever wildfire season, which prompted thousands of evacuations. Although the fires are still burning this morning, the rain has helped contain the largest fire near Halifax. Fox News senior correspondent Claudia Cowan has more.
This rain has assisted our firefighters in the field, and we're glad to have it.
After weeks of hot, dry conditions in Canada, cooler temperatures and rain showers finally arrived, helping firefighters in the province of Nova Scotia battle blazes that have already scorched some 25,000 acres. It is the largest wildfire in the province's history, forcing thousands of people from their homes over the weekend. Crews are working around the clock to extinguish hotspots, but fire officials say a large portion is now contained.
The terrible uncertainty of when they can go back to their homes and what awaits them when they get there.
But dozens of properties have already been destroyed in what is being described as the worst ever wildfire season in Canada. The government is sending in Canadian soldiers, and firefighters from abroad are also coming to help.
But morale is really, really high because they're seeing the fruits of their labor, and everybody's kind of on cloud nine right now.
Smoke raging from the wildfires threatened several states in the northeastern part of the U.S. earlier this week. The National Weather Service previously issued air quality alerts for parts of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, with officials as far south as Maryland and Virginia reporting an impact. The elderly and those with asthma or other lung diseases are being urged to limit their time outdoors.
Be responsible and be mindful of the conditions.
Earlier this month, the Environmental Protection Agency reported unhealthy air quality in parts of the Rockies and the Midwest because of the Canadian wildfires. Claudia Cowan, Fox News.
Well, Senator Susan Collins will be among those taking part in a special celebration this morning in Skowhegan. A groundbreaking ceremony will be held to celebrate New Balance's expansion of its footwear manufacturing facility. The $65 million investment will add 200 new jobs and will also double the factory's production capabilities through a 120,000 square foot addition. Construction is expected to be completed by the end of 2024. The Labor and Housing Committee made a historic decision last week that could benefit Maine working families. Our Matthew Jaroncic tells us how.
After 7 hours of testimony during a public hearing last week and a lengthy workshop Thursday, the Labor and Housing Committee voted to advance a bill that would create a statewide paid family and medical leave program.
I'm absolutely over the moon. Yesterday was a really, really big day.
The bill is sponsored by Senator Maddie Daughtry and Representative Kristen Cloutier. They say this is something that all Mainers need.
There are 11, now 12 states that have PFML programs. Maine is the only state in New England that does not offer a paid family medical leave program.
The Labor and Housing Committee made some amendments to the bill during the work session. As it reads now, the proposed bill would allow employees to take up to 12 weeks of paid leave each year. During that time, the benefited amount would equal to 90% of a worker's wage for income earned up to half of a Mainer's average weekly wage. The Maine Paid Leave Coalition issued a statement following the decision saying, quote, "Paid family and medical leave will help Maine people, families, and businesses succeed. We urge lawmakers to finish the work of the Commission of Senator Daughtry and Representative Cloutier and accept the strong vote from this committee to finally deliver what Mainers so clearly support, a comprehensive paid family and medical leave program." End quote. Senator Daughtry says she's hopeful that the House and Senate will see the importance of this bill to Maine families.
Only 35% of Mainers have access to unpaid family medical leave. That leaves the majority of Mainers stuck with no access to unpaid leave, let alone paid leave. I think they'll hear loud and clear what we did.
The proposed bill is expected to be voted on in the Senate as early as next week and by the House the following week. In Augusta, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A bill that would establish changes to Maine's tipping laws for restaurant workers faces additional action in the legislature. The House of Representatives has voted to advance a bill that would benefit both restaurants and workers by bringing Maine into alignment with recent changes in federal regulations regarding tip pooling. Maine law currently prohibits the distribution of tips to workers not classified as service employees, and those include dishwashers and cooks. Under LD 903, the proposed law would allow an employer who pays full minimum wage to employees to include those non-service workers in a tip pooling agreement. The sponsor says it would create better parity and fairness for an historically underserved part of the industry. Well, making it official, 4 courthouses are now open under one roof in Biddeford.
1, 2, 3.
The dedication of the York Judicial Center happened Friday morning. The facility opened last month and combines the Alfred, Biddeford, Springvale, and York County courthouses all into one location on Elm Street. Governor Mills joined Chief Justice Valerie Stanfield to make that dedication, saying she hopes the new facility will be welcoming for those seeking justice.
And it is my hope that these doors will welcome all comers and keep them safe, keep them believing in the state of Maine, believing in the democracy that keeps us all secure.
There are 10 courtrooms in that facility with modernized security features throughout the building. Maine lobstermen say they've been struggling to make a living following recent economic and regulatory challenges. Our David Ledford spent the day with members of the industry to learn more about the situation.
We get told what we're going to get paid for the product, and we get told what we're going to be charged for the bait. And we're the ones providing, and it seems as though we're the ones also getting the short end of the stick.
Lobster. It's an undeniable staple of Maine life and cuisine, but the people who bring it to our tables say they're struggling to stay afloat. With rising inflation, fishermen say they've been hit hard.
For me personally, it was like $800 a day just to go fishing, and that was on like a $3 lobster. So you got to go and you got to catch over 250 pounds before you even break expense.
That's going to bait and fuel before we even leave the harbor.
In addition to the rising costs of running a lobster fishing business, lobstermen say that fishing regulations have made it more difficult to turn a profit. even when reeling in a good haul.
We are complying with every rule or regulation they come down with weak links in our rope, to gear marking to identify where the rope comes from if there is an entanglement. And now we got weak links that are supposed to break at a certain tensile strength. My sternman or myself could get hurt if that thing snaps.
These lobster fishing restrictions went into effect last year in an effort to protect endangered North Atlantic right whales. However, lobstermen say the rules are impractical and have led to a loss of revenue.
That doesn't leave a lot for me, and it don't leave enough for him, especially with regulations and all that stuff, because all this stuff costs money. The weak links cost money, the rope costs money, the purple rope costs money.
Fishermen say they're hoping that lawmakers will work with members of the industry to keep lobstering alive.
We need to be heard, and we need someone that's just not in these groups, but in the State House.
If we don't do something about this, if we don't have a voice and have somebody talk for us that has some power to handle this, then we won't be anymore.
In Stonington, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, there's a new food truck in Orono that's serving up delicious food, and the locals can't get enough of it. We'll tell you all about it. But first, another check of that forecast. Another rainy, soggy day on the way today. We can expect scattered showers from time to time with a high near 55. The showers will continue overnight with lows dropping down into the upper 40s. Tomorrow, much like today, another day of scattered showers with highs near 56.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Approximately 50,000 kids, like Brooke, receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center each year. You can help them by supporting the Summer Classic for Maine Kids. This new tournament will help all kids receiving care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center by raising funds to ensure that pediatric care is available today, tomorrow, and in the years ahead. Every dollar raised helps kids get back to the business of being kids. For more information about the event and how to donate, please visit northernlight.org/4kids.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Maine's Chickadee and Pinecone license plates will soon be phased out for a new yet familiar look. They'll be replaced by a retro design inspired by the state's original flag, which has seen a surge in popularity in recent years. The license plate design borrows from the original flag from Maine statehood. It's a simple design featuring a blue North Star and a stylized green pine tree. The legislature's Transportation Committee voted unanimously last week to replace all of the state's aging license plates between 2025 and 2026. Under the bill, motorists would have a choice of the standard pine and star license plate or a plain version with no artwork at all. A local farm showcased handmade craft items for sale. Rain or shine, the owner of the Howling Goat Farm, Ashley Clabe, can be found the first weekend of every month vending handmade items like soaps and crocheted pot holders, or even oddities like ram skulls. Clabe says she was inspired to start the fair after she noticed a lot of craft fairs were straying away from personally crafted items.
I used to go to craft shows, and I found that they're kind of ending up with crafts that aren't homemade anymore. So I decided to start my own craft show so that people can, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into their creations, and I respect that. And we're just trying to bring back the homemade, home goods vibe.
Well, if you would like to learn more about the fair, check out this story on our website at foxbangor.com. Wasn't the best weekend weather for it, but they'll be doing it again next month. Well, even though most UMaine students have left for the summer break, a new food truck in Orono is receiving lots of support from the community as they serve up some great eats. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
FWOB, which stands for Friends Without Benefits, made its way onto the Orono scene this past month after parking its food truck across from the fire station. It's led by a team of 3 childhood friends who decided after the pandemic they wanted to take on a new business adventure together.
Oh, it's been great. Really happy. We've been posted up in Orono. Everybody that's come through has been super nice. We haven't had any bad experiences and, got a lot of compliments. So, couldn't get much better than that.
Owners Delaney Burns, Matthew Kuna, and Gavin Russell say placing themselves in a town where the population drops nearly 12,000 this time of year as students pack up to go home for the semester was definitely a risk. But despite the lack of student population at certain points of the year, they do not regret parking their truck in a college town.
I genuinely thought that when the students went home, we would be dead. But actually, the town of Orono has come out to play, and it's been awesome. We have so many regulars now. We get a lot of landscapers, electricians. We've had the fire department, a few policemen, some professors, and we also have our family and friends are very supportive. So we've had a lot of them coming from Patton.
The truck features a wide menu of burgers, fries, and more. Owner Matthew Kuna's sister brought her 2 daughters out to the truck and is happy to see their success despite challenges they have faced.
They've had some struggles getting started. It's kind of seems like lots of things have gone against them. But since they've actually officially opened this year, things have been going really great. On Facebook all the time, I always hear people saying how amazing the food is, the fries, the burgers. My 2 girls are really excited to be here today to try the milkshakes out. And we're really glad that we were able to come up here.
Owner Delaney Burns says despite the traditional time frame of food truck season, they plan on welcoming the University of Maine students back to Orono next semester.
We want to be open until the snow hits. So we've already got a few rounds of specials plans for the students coming back. We're really excited about. I'm not going to go into detail of that just yet, but I'm really excited about the students coming back. Hopefully doing something for them that's a little different. There's so many other great businesses in this area, and we want to be a part of things. So that's what we're hoping for, is to be a part of things and for the students to come hang out with us.
For more information about the food truck, you can check out their website or find them on Facebook at FWOB. In Orono, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Have to give them a try. Those burgers look good. A Bangor-based organization is determined to provide every first grader in Maine with a new book for every month of the school year. Derigo Reads is currently in 85 schools across all 16 Maine counties. The organization's mission is to improve the health and well-being of children in Maine through literacy. Derigo Reads co-founder Dan Cashman says it's essential to get kids reading at an early age.
It fosters a love for reading, and literacy rates could be higher in Maine. They could be higher everywhere. And that really starts at a young age, getting kids to fall in love with reading, fall in love with books.
Any schools or businesses interested in taking part should visit Derigo Reads' contact form on their website and fill out that application. Well, the time now is 8:19. Coming up after the break, ever heard of the Herman Ham Fest? It doesn't have anything to do with pork. We'll hear all about the Pine State Amateur Radio Club as Good Morning Maine continues.
When Loring Job Corps wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Loring Job Corps offers the skills you need to succeed in today's workforce at no cost to you or your family. Check us out today at loring.jobcorps.gov.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Protect your dog from fleas and ticks with NexGard Chews, the protection that's #1 with dogs. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. For a limited time, get up to a 2-month rebate when you buy 12 doses of both NexGard Chews and HeartGuard Plus Chews from your vet. Terms apply.
Have you always dreamed of having a beautiful green lawn? Let Maine Lawn Pros help. Featuring hydroseeding, the fast, affordable, and effective way to achieve the lawn of your dreams. Hydroseeding is a process that involves spraying a mixture of grass seed, fertilizer, and mulch onto your lawn. The result? A beautiful green lawn in no time. Hydroseeding is perfect for both residential and commercial properties alike. So why wait? Call Maine Lawn Pros today to help you get the lawn you've always wanted with hydroseeding. 416-6122.
Do I look like a real astronaut?
It's time to build a go where no celebrity has gone before. Mars.
Shatner!
They'll test their leadership, endurance, and more.
I think we go through here, right?
You're the one that got the instructions.
If y'all need me, just give me a hootie hoo or a yeet.
Amateur radio enthusiasts from near and far came together at Herman High School over the weekend. The Pine State Amateur Radio Club hosted the 35th Herman Ham Fest, an event where ham radio operators meet to discuss the hobby, swap equipment, and to get licensed. Event organizer Jerry Burns spoke about what it means to be a ham radio operator.
We do the communications when all the cell phones are down. The rest of it is fellowship, camaraderie, guys with similar interests, and ladies too with similar interests.
During the meetup, radio enthusiasts also practiced launching antenna wires for their equipment. For those interested in learning more about the hobby, you can visit the website for the Pine State Amateur Radio Club at n1me.org. Again, that is the letter N, followed by the number 1, then me.org, when you find everything you're looking for. Well, despite the weather, many came out for the Brewer Riverwalk Festival on Saturday. Our David Ledford spoke with organizers about what the event had to offer.
It's a lot of fun.
We wanted to do a demonstration to show the community what we've been working on.
It's a great opportunity for everyone to just be together and have fun.
The city of Brewer hosted the 3rd annual Brewer Riverwalk Festival Saturday. Organizers say the day had something for everyone, with food trucks, a craft fair, children's activities, and more.
We really just want to promote Brewer and the Riverwalk and coming to Brewer and all of our beautiful businesses and opportunities that we have here for children, things like that. So we just want to really bring people to the area to see how beautiful it is.
Other attractions included a Touch a Truck activity, courtesy of Brewer Public Safety, where kids could explore a fire truck up close. The Brewer High School robotics team was also in attendance, offering demonstrations of their machines.
We have Igor, which is our military robot, driving around. We have one that we use to compete this season, and another one we've been working on, and just play with kids, basically.
Local businesses and festival participants say the event means a lot for the city.
An event like this really helps support the community. They've invested a lot here in the downtown Brewer area with the Riverwalk, so it's nice to come out and celebrate and bring some smiles to everybody's face.
In Brewer, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, it's too bad about the weather over the weekend. It looks like a lot of people still turned out and had a good time there in Brewer. Well, it looks like the bad weather will continue. I guess it depends on how you look at it. We really do welcome this because it's been a little dry around here, and this will help with the fire danger. It's just too bad it's like day after day after day. Let's check in with Devin for more.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. Small craft advisory in effect for us, and this will last until about 8 a.m. as we head towards the Tuesday. You see that high surf advisory right here. It's actually further down to the south by the Boston area. That's under that advisory until 8 p.m. So for us, it's just a small craft advisory. The wave heights right now are at around around 5 to 8 feet, so it's a little active out there this morning. And we'll keep this going through at least Tuesday with this area low pressure that continues to sit and spin and bring some rain with it as well. Not horrible rainfall. There's a few areas that aren't too wet, but some moderate rainfall to the south and east. This is all tracking to the west and a little bit to the north and west too. So we'll keep this rain going as the day progresses on. Notice the east to west pattern. Pretty much a general southeast to northwest is going to be the general idea for that direction today before we catch a little bit of a break later today to the afternoon period. So this will only be during the morning period. Then by the afternoon, things will start to improve as we do proceed forward in time. This is the area low pressure right here that's going to be sitting and spinning for the next several days. We'll have to wait until about Friday night for this thing to finally clear out of here and things start to improve just a bit. So futurecast moving forward for today, we have rain showers on the way. We'll have another wave on the way from the east going toward the west, especially as we head towards early Tuesday morning. And we'll keep that going throughout the day for you Tuesday as well. So again, just a dreary week on the way with plenty of rain that will be on the way as well. Even Tuesday night into Wednesday, notice where the area low pressure is at, continuing to send rain in our direction. So how much rain can we see for the entire week? It's going to be very gradual, though. We're not going to see all this all at once, but between now and at least Saturday afternoon, possibly up to an inch of rainfall before we're all finished up. We've been dry recently, too, so we could definitely use the rain. On top of that, we're dealing with some gusty winds, too, that can reach up around 20 to 30 miles per hour at times today, but becoming a little more widespread tomorrow as the area low pressure tracks to the north just a little bit. So, again, be ready for a little bit of wind as well. Average high temperature 72 degrees, only in the middle to upper 50s the next few days, maybe some lower 60s Thursday into Friday, upper 60s Saturday, and some improvement as we head towards your Sundays. We're back in the lower 70s. So your forecast for today, mid-50s, scattered showers and breezy out there. The north wind getting up to around 30 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 40s, scattered showers and breezy out there again. The north wind getting up to around 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mid-50s, scattered showers, breezy out there again. North wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. So here we go. Very soggy week on the way. Some breaks in the precipitation. We'll see some of that as well. But otherwise, though, plenty of rain shower chances on the way. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s.
Update your outdoor living space and make the most of your outdoor life with a new deck from Hammond Lumber Company. From wood to low-maintenance composite and PVC decking, Hammond has the materials, knowledge, and experience to help you get everything you need for that perfect new deck. Railing options include wood, composite, aluminum, and the modern look of cable railing. Your Hammond sales rep can answer any questions and will walk you through your options. Get the deck you want, the one you deserve, when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other, featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
On the next Last Man Standing,
Mandy and Kyle are looking at apartments today.
They say a man should never dance unless he's being shot at, but this is a special occasion.
Mandy's leaving the nest.
I loved everything about that place. The closets, the porch.
Yeah, and that little hidden ironing board that comes right out of the wall. Probably from a time when ironing was illegal.
And Ryan learns how to succeed in business.
Now all I care about is moolah, dinero, the cheddar. You got a lot of pet names for it.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Several deadly shootings in the last 24 hours have kept San Antonio police busy. One on the east side left a man dead and 2 others critically injured yesterday. As Lee Waldman reports, it came just hours after a rally to end gun violence.
Heartbreaking moments of families holding on to one another after losing a loved one to a shooting on the east side at the Antioch Village Apartments.
This was not a random shooting. This was targeted,
for a specific individual.
Chief William McManus says a vehicle with several people were waiting at the apartments for a man the chief called an intended target. That man walked out of an apartment to meet with several people in a different vehicle. That's when the two groups opened fire. 3 people were shot. 1 died at the scene and 2 others were taken in critical condition to the hospital. Afterwards, chaos ensued. An officer with San Antonio Police Department was allegedly punched in the face.
Relatives who wanted to get to the decedent, and when they were not allowed into the crime scene, that's when things kind of got ugly.
2 members of the media were also assaulted. One of our photographers had her camera pushed to the ground. This shooting came just hours after a rally demanding an end to gun violence, also on the east side at Phyllis Wheatley Park.
We've lost family members, friends, and community partners to gun violence, and the community violence needs to end.
June is Gun Violence Awareness Month. Advocates show support by wearing orange. Today, several groups like Big Mama Safe House and Moms Demand Action held this rally to get the community to come together against gun violence.
Everyone is tired of the way the status quo, and we're just fed up, and we're gonna make a change.
Well, now to the race for the White House. Most of the Republican presidential hopefuls were in Iowa over the weekend, pitching themselves as the future of the party. It comes as the number of Republicans running for president is expected to grow in the coming days. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
The Republican field in the 2024 presidential race is about to get even more crowded. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is expected to announce he's running for president tomorrow, followed by a similar announcement by former Vice President Mike Pence on Wednesday. Nearly every Republican running for president spending the weekend in Iowa, appearing at a rally at the state fairgrounds near Des Moines.
America is not a land of oppression. America is the land of opportunity.
Pence in jeans, boots, and a leather vest.
We're looking forward to being back in Iowa on Wednesday.
Hopping on the back of his Harley at an annual roast and ride, teasing his presidential announcement.
One of the reporters just asked me if we're showing up more in Iowa, what our lane would be. I said, I'm more worried about the lane we're going to be staying in today.
Former President Donald Trump, the leading Republican presidential candidate, notably absent from the event after spending 2 days in the state last week.
What message does it send that you're here and Donald Trump isn't?
I'm just happy to be here. I think the folks here are great.
Meanwhile, another candidate, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, taking part in a CNN town hall in Des Moines last night, calling on voters to choose a new generational leader.
It is time for us to leave the baggage of the past, the negativity to the past.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Well, meanwhile, Saudi Arabia says it will reduce the amount of crude oil it sells on the global market, taking a unilateral step to prop up oil prices. Saudi says it will cut its oil output by 1 million barrels a day starting next month. The country made the announcement following a meeting of OPEC members at the organization's headquarters in Vienna. The rest of the OPEC countries agreed to extend the current production cuts through the end of the next year. The oil producers have been concerned about a drop in oil prices and an expected supply glut. We had some good news. Prices actually dropped about 0.5 cent over the last week here in Maine, but well over $1 less than we were paying last year. But this announcement is expected to impact gasoline prices as we head through the summer. Well, this morning, mounting tensions between the U.S. and China. We have new video after a Chinese warship cut off a U.S. destroyer, nearly colliding with it in the Taiwan Strait. It's just the latest aggressive military move by the country that has U.S. officials on edge. ABC's Lindsay Watts has more.
New video this morning shows just how close a Chinese warship came to a U.S. military destroyer in the Taiwan Strait Saturday. The video captured from aboard the USS Chung Hoon, and additional footage of the incident coming from Canadian broadcaster Global News. Estimates are the Chinese ship was just 150 yards from the U.S. destroyer. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin warning China's government.
Do the right things to rein in that kind of conduct, because I think accidents can happen that could cause things to spiral out of control.
China's defense minister is defending its warship. telling the U.S. to, quote, mind your own business, and calling the U.S. and Canadian military presence in the Taiwan Strait a provocation. The U.S. is seeing an alarming increase in confrontations with China. Just last week, a Chinese fighter jet flew within 400 feet of an American spy plane over the South China Sea, forcing the U.S. plane to bounce wildly through turbulence of the fighter jet's wake. U.S. officials criticized the maneuver as unnecessarily aggressive and part of a pattern by China.
They're trying to flex their muscles and advance authoritarianism. We need to stand strong.
The Republican chair of the U.S. Intelligence Committee calls China's aggression unbelievable, also highlighting that massive Chinese spy balloon that traveled across the U.S. before being shot down. The Biden administration is looking for a diplomatic fix to the souring relations, sending a senior State Department official on a rare visit to Beijing. China's defense minister declined a meeting with Defense Secretary Austin at a security conference in Singapore on Friday, although the two did have a brief discussion at dinner. Austin says more conversations are needed to avoid miscalculations that could lead to crisis.
Lindsay Walks reporting. Well, still to come here on the second half of our show, the Fields Pond Audubon Center is undertaking some important research into how climate change affects local pollinator populations. We'll hear about that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
Now is the time to consider taking care of your driveway or parking lot. With more than 25 years experience, Harvey Paving and Seal Coating specializes in asphalt maintenance. A fantastic way to extend the life of your asphalt is by taking care of it, and we will fill in all the cracks and seal coat afterwards. This leaves your driveway with a beautiful finish looking like new. Why not increase the curb appeal of your residential or commercial space? Give us a call today at Harvey Paving and Seal Coating for a free quote, 262-0154.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Monday, June 5th, 2023. That also means that Pride Month is underway. It all began as a way to pay tribute to those who were involved in the Stonewall riots of 1969, when police raided a gay club in New York City. It resulted in bar patrons, neighborhood residents, and others rioting onto the streets and set off days of protests and clashes. Protesters demanded the establishment of places where LGBTQ people could go and be open about their sexual orientation without fear of arrests. Now Pride celebrations are held all around the country each year in June to remember that time and to support each other as many continue to struggle. Bangor's Pride Festival, by the way, and parade will be held on June 24th this year. On this day in history, back in 1752, Benjamin Franklin flew a kite for the first time to demonstrate that lightning was in fact a form of electricity. The Benjamin Franklin. In 1919, Congress passed the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. In 1968, Senator Robert Kennedy was shot and mortally wounded after winning California's Democratic presidential primary. His killer was arrested at the scene. And in 1981, a mystery illness, later known as AIDS, was reported for the first time in the U.S. Today's birthdays include actor Mark Wahlberg, who turns 52 today. Singer Brian McKnight is 53. Jazz musician Kenny G is 67. And Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor is 68 years old today. Happy birthday to all of them. Unfortunately, the weather is not great for people celebrating birthdays here today, although maybe it is good if it gives you an excuse to stay home, maybe watch some movies or take a nap, something like that. Just kind of dreary weather that will continue through much of the week. Here's Devin with more.
Hey, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation. New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, let's get things rolling out here this morning. Small craft advisories are posted along the coast until 8 a.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. So we have all upstate to go through yet. Active surf courtesy of this area low pressure that continues to sit and spin. This whole week, for this matter, is going to be rather dreary out there with chances for rain that will be moving through. There will be breaks as well, so it will not rain constantly all week long. There will be some breaks, but we do have this developing this morning. Tracking from the east, going toward the west, and a little bit from the south to the north as well. Let's zoom things out right now. Here's the area low pressure right here that just continues to sit and spin with an area with a cold front further down to the south. So again, we're going to be dealing with this as the week progresses on with some decent rainfall throughout the week too. Here's a few breaks I'll be developing later today, but more rain on the way later on tonight and parts of tomorrow. So this will be coming in the form of waves over the next several days this week. And we will have a little bit of wind on the way as well. Some sustained winds that can reach up around 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. And notice we'll keep that going and maybe increase it a bit, especially as we head towards your Tuesday. So your forecast for today, mid-50s, scattered showers and breezy out there. North wind at its worst could get up to around 30 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, we have rain on the way. Temperatures only in the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All right, thank you very much, Devin. The Maine Audubon organization is buzzing its way into a new research study involving insects. In partnership with the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, Professor Peter Dunn, Maine Audubon has set up malaise traps in 3 different locations. The goal is to discover how climate change affects insect populations. Fields Pond Audubon Center Community Outreach Coordinator Melissa Gallagher says the insects that fly around us every day are a lot more important than you think.
Insects are the biggest part of our ecosystem, so without them, none of this happens around us.
Researchers set up the traps for 3 days at a time in hopes to better understand how the changing environment affects them. Well, still to come here on the Morning Report, Ryan Sudol will have all the day's sports news. Don't go away.
I've been in a few accidents and had surgery on my right foot first and contracted a blood disorder. I had quite a few seizures after that and then had a massive stroke. That was a really rough time in my life. Donna has helped me through so much. She knew exactly what I was going through, and she made sure that I had nurses in my home. She helps me with all of my medications. She coordinates all my rides to any facility I need to go to. She talks to my doctors personally. Thanks to Donna, I'm sitting in my own home and I'm getting the care I need and I'm getting all the therapy I need. It's made my life tremendously easier.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Donna?
I am okay. How's your morning been? You're not overdoing, are you?
No, I'm not overdoing it.
Okay, remember you are in recovery. You come first.
She gives me hope. She gives me faith. She puts a smile on my face every time I talk to her. I call her my second sister, and I've never even met her. Hello.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, it is good to meet you.
I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for me.
That's what I'm here for. I love being able to make your life easier when I can and get you the care you need.
And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'll never forget you.
Never forget you either, buddy.
If I didn't have Donna in my life, I don't think that I'd be sitting where I'm sitting right now.
Young Sheldon Boy Genius, a small-town boy with a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with Maine baseball. It was win or go home for the Black Bears in their NCAA regional bracket down in Coral Gables. They faced the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana to keep their season alive. Top 5, Maine down 7-1, but Jake Marquez says, I think I can help. That one's going to hit the track. A 2-run shot to left that scores Dean O'Neill. It's now 7-3. Bottom 5, 8-3 now. Cajuns' John Taylor rips one into right center. That'll roll to the wall. Connor Higgs and Julian Brock come in to score. Taylor's going to dig for 3, but the throw is in time there. Marquez the tag, but it's now 10-3. Top 6, back and forth we go. It's Dean O'Neill's turn with a runner on. The freshman catcher, a jack to left. That's his first homer as a Black Bear, and what a place to do it in. Matt McElwain scores, and it's 10-5. But those Cajun bats would prove too much in the end. Bottom 7, 14-5. Carson Rocafort with 2 men on, showing pure power with this home run. 3-run shot. It's 17-5. Maine would outscore Louisiana the rest of the way, but the Cajuns win it 19-10. The Black Bears season ends here, but what a run it was. And congratulations to the Black Bears for getting that far. First conference championship in 12 years. Okay, now let's move to the track. It was state championship day Saturday as classes A, B, and C all crowned individual and team champions at their 3 meets. And we've got highlights from Class C down at Coney. It was a cold one there and everywhere, plus a little rain delay. Kudos to the ones that stayed. Let's start with the boys' 1,600-meter run, headlined by Sumner Jr. Caleb Colson. He qualified with a time 16 seconds ahead of second place, but by the end of the first lap, he'd be in the middle of the pack. You see him cross right there. But then he found his groove, crossing the line here on lap number 3, and then finally, on the final lap, he pulls a Secretariat, looks behind him to see if he's still ahead. He is, and he wins the 1,600 state title with a time of 4:45.30, his 4th overall state title in the event. So to him, it's almost a walk in the park.
A little colder than I wanted, but it's all right. Nothing special. It was just a nice, easy race.
Amazing. Now to the girls' 400-meter dash. This one was headlined by a battle near the front. Winslow senior Allie Kimball qualified with a time 16/100ths of a second ahead of Lisbon's Kayla Cooper. There you see Kimball in the black, Cooper ahead in white. And it would be as advertised down the stretch. Cooper leading here, but Kimball pushing and pushing and pushing to pass her up and cross the line with a time of 1:01.9 to win the state title at 400 meters. This being her last chance at state, it wasn't hard to find inspiration.
My thought was just, I want to win. It's my senior year, so I just want to do it for everyone who's been there to support me my entire high school career.
Okay, and now the results from each class. Class A boys went to Brunswick with 76 points, followed by Falmouth 73 and Bonnie Eagle 63. And girls Class A, congratulations to Bangor with an even 100 points over Scarborough, who had 80, and Portland with 69. Class B now, an incomplete event because of various field events being postponed because of weather. But as of right now, Leavitt 105 points ahead of Greeley 69 and York's 65, and York with 88 points over Greeley's 54 and Freeport's 48. To Class C, what you just saw, Orono sweeping both the boys and the girls. The boys had 105 points over Lisbon 69 and Washington Academy's 65. Orono girls 121 over North Yarmouth 79 and Bucksport's 77. Okay, now to the tennis courts we go. Another big day for high school tennis Saturday as the North Regional Championships were held at Bates College. Let's take a look at highlights from the Class C title matches. Okay, starting with the boys. Number 2, Callis against top-seeded Orono. Second set of third singles. Callis' Charlie Bitar against Orono's Nick Agarwal. Look at the fake here by Agarwal. He makes Bitar run for it, but he can't get to it. Point Agarwal, he wins that match straight. Second singles, Caden Small against Ashim Wise. That return by Wise placed perfectly on Small's racket. It forces out. Second set now, nice return by Wise coming up here off the back foot, but Small stalking the ball in midair and snipes it right where Wise can't get it. Small gets the Devils the match win in straights. To first singles, first set, Orono's Henry Boutens against Jeremy Turner. Gets this return out of midair. Turner goes off balance. It hits the net. Boutens the point. Turner wins the match straight, but the damage had been done. Orono wins C-North 3-2 and move to state.
It felt amazing. I was extremely nervous for the entire match. In my second set, it was much more reserved, but we got the job done, and that's what matters.
Now to the girls' Class C title. Top seed Washington Academy taking on 6th seed Fort Kent. First doubles, great match. WA's Cora Sanchez and Olivia Jorgensen against Maddie Philbrook and Mia Voisin. Philbrook the drop shot, but Jorgensen says, that makes it 4-3 Raiders in the first tiebreaker. Second tiebreaker, Philbrook off the serve. Sanchez the return, but Philbrook catching them off guard. Fort Kent wins that match. It's 1-1. 2-1 Warriors now, and we go to first singles. WA Sarah Moulton against Anna Albert. Absolutely perfect placement by Moulton here to get the point. She would win in straight sets, but before that happened, at second singles, Yagmor Bulukbasi with the velocity on this return. It goes off Fort Kent's Julia Sears racket and out. That clinches the North title for the Warriors. They win 4-1. It means a bunch for them to go to state, and for Bulukbasi, it means even more than that.
It's insane to us. I mean, I didn't think we were going to make it this far, and then we did it, and it feels good. It was stressful, but we did it.
I'm an international student, and my parents couldn't make any game, but we're going to states, and they're going to be here for that. So I'm really glad, and I'm happy, and so excited.
And now for the A and B results for North Regionals. At Girls Class A, number 1 Brunswick defeated number 3 Camden Hills. At Class B Girls, number 3 Foxcroft Academy defeated number 1 Waterville. At Class A Boys, number 1 Skowhegan defeated number 2 Brunswick. And at Class B Boys, number 2 Foxcroft defeated number 1 MDI. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Join Maine's credit unions and donate to the Campaign for Ending Hunger $100,000 challenge. Now through June 30th, every dollar raised will help ensure Mainers have access to nutritious meals. Donate today at campaignforendinghunger.org.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when 3 brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now, for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from Bath Fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
If you're a recent or soon-to-be college grad and not exactly sure what your new qualification will bring you, just look to the clever few. They know that Toyota could reward their hard work with an impressive $500 rebate on any new Toyota. That's right, recent and soon-to-be college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above already great Toyota financing offers. So see your New England Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Avian Haven is not only dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating injured birds, but also wounded turtles.
So if you are saving one snapper, you're really doing the work to save the species.
We'll have the slow and steady race to recovery story tonight on Fox 22, News at 10.
Solving crimes has never tasted so good.
Delicious.
I murdered a donut.
That's a crime scene.
Crime Scene Kitchen premieres tonight on Fox.
Join Maine's credit unions and donate to the Campaign for Ending Hunger $100,000 challenge. Now through June 30th, every dollar raised will help ensure Mainers have access to nutritious meals. Donate today at campaignforendinghunger.org.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Dracula's loyal servant, a female mob boss, and an exiled gangster are among the new digital DVD and music releases available to add to your home library this week. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has more.
I need to get out of a toxic relationship.
Topping this week's list of what's new in home entertainment, the vampire horror comedy Renfield, starring Oscar winner Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. It centers on Dracula's loyal servant, Renfield, trying to break away from the shadow of his boss.
What did my grandfather do?
Toni Collette leads as a mob boss in Mafia Mama. She plays a down-on-her-luck American woman who inherits her distant grandfather's criminal empire in Italy. In the action thriller Assassin Club, Henry Golding plays a hitman on his final contract to kill 6 people around the world, but they also turn out to be assassins hired to kill him.
He took away our country.
Available to own from the small screen, Season 5 of the Emmy-winning drama series The Handmaid's Tale, starring Golden Globe and Emmy-winning actor Elizabeth Moss. Sylvester Stallone is an exiled gangster in the Paramount Plus crime drama Tulsa King. And the 3rd and final season of the superhero series DC's Stargirl.
We can make a movie, I can write it.
For music fans, Janelle Monáe releases The Age of Pleasure, her first new album in 5 years. And Niall Horan drops his 3rd album, The Show. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And now one final check of that forecast. Looks like the rain will continue throughout the week.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. Small craft advisory in effect for us, and this will last until about 8 a.m. as we head towards the Tuesday. You see that high surf advisory right here. It's actually further down to the south by the Boston area. That's under that advisory until 8 p.m. So for us, it's just a small craft advisory. The wave heights right now are at around 5 to 8 feet, so it's a little active out there this morning, and we'll keep this going through at least Tuesday with this area low pressure that continues to sit and spin and bring some rain with it as well. Not horrible rainfall. There's a few areas that aren't too wet, but some moderate rainfall to the south and east. This is all tracking to the west and a little bit to the north and west too, so we'll keep this rain going as the day progresses on. Notice the east to west pattern. Pretty much a general southeast to northwest is going to be the general idea for that direction today before we catch a little bit of a break later today to the afternoon period. So this will only be during the morning period, but then by the afternoon things will start to improve as we do proceed forward in time. But this is the area low pressure right here that's going to be sitting and spinning for the next several days. We'll have to wait until about Friday night for this thing to finally clear out of here and things start to improve just a bit. So futurecast moving forward for today, we have rain showers on the way. We'll have another wave on the way from the east going toward the west, especially as we head towards early Tuesday morning. And we'll keep that going throughout the day for you Tuesday as well. So again, just a dreary week on the way with plenty of rain that will be on the way as well. Even Tuesday night into Wednesday, notice where the area low pressure is at, continuing to send rain in our direction. So how much rain can we see for the entire week? It's going to be very gradual, though. We're not going to see all this all at once, but between now and at least Saturday afternoon, possibly up to an inch of rainfall before we're all finished up. We've been dry recently, too, so we could definitely use the rain. On top of that, we're dealing with some gusty winds, too, that can reach up around 20 to 30 miles per hour at times today, but becoming a little more widespread tomorrow as the area low pressure tracks to the north just a little bit. So, again, be ready for a little bit of wind as well. Average high temperature 72 degrees, only in the middle to upper 50s the next few days, maybe some lower 60s Thursday into Friday, upper 60s Saturday, some improvement as we head towards your Sundays. We're back in the lower 70s. So your forecast for today, mid-50s, scattered showers and breezy out there. The north wind getting up to around 30 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 40s, scattered showers and breezy out there again. The north wind getting up to around 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mid-50s, scattered showers, breezy out there again. North wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. So here we go. Very soggy week on the way. Some breaks in the precipitation. We'll see some of that as well. But otherwise, though, plenty of rain shower chances on the way. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s.
An Odyssey is a long journey full of adventures. And at Odyssey Auto Spa, we understand every vehicle's journey is different.
Hi, I'm Jacob Gage, and as the owner of Odyssey, I take pride in offering a full range of detailing services to keep your ride looking its best. From basic detailing to ceramic coatings, window tint to wraps, we've got you covered. Come see us at our Ellsworth location and let us help you keep your ride looking its best.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
No matter what type of dog you have, or cat you have, Frontline Plus lets you take them everywhere, no matter how you define it. Frontline, the #1 name in flea and tick protection.
Make your waterfront even more fun and more functional than it already is with a ShoreMaster premium dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond is the country's largest stocking ShoreMaster dealer, with standing docks, rolling docks, floating docks, and boat lifts for any watercraft. ShoreMaster's nearly limitless customization options make it easy to create the perfect dock system for your needs. Take your shoreline to the next level with ShoreMaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
25 words or less.
First name Urkel.
Oh, Steve. It's all fun and games.
Beauty Mark.
Mole.
Yes! That's the money, y'all!
5 days a week.
On Fox 22.
Prices for a favorite breakfast staple are finally coming back